Imagine being mocked by a CEO at the biggest tech summit of the year, only to turn the tables and cancel a $7.8 billion merger. That's exactly what happened when a black CEO faced the ultimate disrespect from a powerful industry giant. But instead of backing down, she made a decision that shocked the business world. Stay tuned to find out how Maya Williams turned this moment into her ultimate victory. If you're part of the Black Visionaries family, smash that like button and subscribe now. This is one story you won't want to miss. The excitement in the air was undeniable as the tech summit began. The ballroom buzzed with energy, filled with innovators, entrepreneurs, and CEOs from across the world. This was the kind of event where connections were made, where the future of technology was discussed, and where powerful mergers and deals were signed. Among the sea of faces, Maya Williams, a black CEO who had become a trailblazer in the tech world, stood out. So, Lutech, her company, had been growing rapidly under her leadership, known for its cutting-edge technology and unique approach to inclusivity and diversity. Her success had caught the attention of major players in the industry, and now she was on the verge of completing a groundbreaking $7.8 billion merger with one of the giants in the tech world, Techmasters, led by Richard Sterling. Maya had worked tirelessly to build her company from the ground up. Solutech wasn't just another tech company. It was a symbol of innovation driven by a diverse team with a shared vision of making a real impact. The merger with Techmasters could elevate Solutech to unimaginable heights, placing it at the center of the tech world's most powerful players. For Maya, this deal was more than just a business transaction. It was a statement, a testament to how far she had come in an industry that hadn't always been welcoming to someone like her. As she walked into the summit, Maya felt the weight of the moment. This wasn't just another speaking engagement for her. It was a pivotal moment in her career, and the eyes of the world were on her. The ballroom was filled with men and women, all buzzing with excitement about the prospects of new partnerships, new ideas, and perhaps new mergers. But there was one person who stood out among the rest, the person who could change everything. Richard Sterling, the CEO of Techmasters, stood at the center of the room, surrounded by a group of powerful executives. He was a towering figure in the industry, known for his sharp business instincts and ruthless demeanor. He had built Techmasters into one of the most successful companies in the tech world, and the merger with Solutech was supposed to be his crowning achievement. But there was something about Richard that rubbed people the wrong way. His arrogance, his belief that he could control any situation, had earned him a reputation for being difficult to work with. Maya had heard stories about Richard. He was known for being condescending, for making his dominance clear in any conversation, and for believing that his success was a direct result of his own brilliance rather than the contributions of others. He was a man who believed that his vision was the only vision worth following. And today, she would meet him face to face. The panel discussion began, and Maya took the stage with the other tech CEOs. The topic of the day was the role of diversity in technology and how companies could foster inclusive environments that promoted creativity and innovation. Maya spoke confidently, outlining the work she had done at Solutech to build a diverse workforce and how it had directly contributed to their groundbreaking work. She shared stories of the people behind her success, engineers, designers, and developers who had brought unique perspectives to the table, helping to create products that were truly transformative. But as soon as she finished speaking, a voice cut through the air, Richard Sterling's voice. He leaned forward, his smirk never fading as he looked at Maya. "Well, Maya," he began with an almost mocking tone, "it's impressive that Solutech has made it this far. But tell me, how long do you think this diversity focus will actually work? I mean, diversity is great and all, but at the end of the day, it's about the bottom line, isn't it? Numbers over ideals, don't you think?" The room fell into a tense silence. Maya could feel the eyes of everyone on her. The words stung, but she refused to show it. Richard wasn't just questioning her company's values, he was questioning her entire approach to business. His words dripped with condescension, a clear dismissal of everything she had worked for. Maya felt a brief flash of anger rise in her chest, but she kept her composure. This wasn't just about the merger anymore. It wasn't even about her company. This was about proving something much bigger. This was about showing the world that people like her, black women in leadership roles, were here to stay. Without skipping a beat, Maya responded, her voice calm but firm. "Richard," she said, meeting his gaze directly, "it's funny you mention numbers, because if you look at the numbers, you'll see that solid tech has been growing at an unprecedented rate. Our success isn't just driven by diversity, it's driven by the fact that diversity leads to innovation. It leads to creative solutions, to a deeper understanding of the world we're trying to change. We're not a niche, we're the future of technology." Maya's words rang through the room, and for a moment the air felt thick with the weight of her statement. The room erupted into applause. Richard's face, once smug, shifted. He hadn't expected this kind of challenge, not from her, not from anyone. For the first time, it seemed, Richard was speechless. Maya could feel the energy in the room shift. She had made her point, and she wasn't backing down. But as the applause died down, she could see the look in Richard's eyes. He wasn't finished. Maya knew that the challenge wasn't over yet. It had just begun. As the day went on, Maya's mind kept returning to Richard's comments. The merger had been a dream come true, a chance to propel Solutech into the global spotlight, to work alongside one of the most successful tech companies in the world. But now, everything seemed uncertain. Richard's arrogance and dismissiveness weren't just about their differences in business philosophy. They were personal. He didn't see her or her company as equals. Later that evening, as the networking event kicked off, Maya found herself once again in the same room as Richard. The buzz of conversation surrounded her, but all she could think about was the future of her company, the future of this merger. Was she willing to let his comments slide, to brush it off as just another arrogant CEO? Or was this the moment where she had to make a stand? Her phone buzzed, pulling her from her thoughts. It was a message from her legal team. Richard's office has requested a delay in discussions due to differing views on the merger. Maya stared at the message for a long time, her thoughts racing. This was the moment of truth. She could go along with the delay, give Richard more time to find a way to smooth things over, or she could make the decision that would change everything. Maya had spent her whole career proving herself in a world that didn't always want to see her succeed. She had fought for every inch, for every opportunity. She had built Solitech into a thriving company, and she wasn't about to let one arrogant CEO take that away from her, take that away from her team, from everything she had worked for. Without a second thought, Maya picked up the phone again. She dialed her legal team. "Cancel the merger," she said firmly. "It's over." The words hit her with a weight she hadn't expected. $7.8 billion, the biggest deal of her career, was gone. But Maya felt a sense of relief wash over her. She had done the right thing. She had stood up for herself, for her company, and for everything she believed in. In the days that followed, the news of the canceled merger spread quickly. Analysts, investors, and reporters couldn't believe what had just happened. A deal that was supposed to change the face of the tech world was off, all because of a CEO's arrogance and disrespect. Some praised Maya for taking a stand, for showing the world that integrity mattered more than money. Others criticized her for walking away from such a massive opportunity. But for Maya, the decision wasn't about money. It wasn't about prestige or fame. It was about leadership, about setting an example for others who were overlooked, dismissed, or undervalued. She had made the right choice, and she knew it. Months later, Solitech continued to grow, expanding its reach and influence in the tech world. Investors saw the potential in Maya's vision, and her company became one of the most sought-after partners in the industry. Richard Sterling, on the other hand, found himself struggling to recover from the fallout of the canceled merger. His arrogance had cost him not only the deal, but the respect of many in the tech world. Maya Williams had done what so many others had only dreamed of. She had turned a potential setback into the foundation for an even brighter future. She had proven that true leadership wasn't about domination. It was about vision, integrity, and the belief that everyone, regardless of their background, had something valuable to offer. And in the end, it was that belief that made her and her company a force to be reckoned with. Before you go, make sure you subscribe right now and join the Black Visionaries family, because we're building a movement of stories that open eyes, touch hearts, and change lives. Until next, Tim.